Hi everybody, it's me, Jordan here, and I don't know about you, but have you ever been in a situation as far as photo identification is concerned when you're trying to get in or you're trying to get something that implies that you need to prove one's identity? Now, alcohol, beer, wine, champagne, alcohol, cigarettes, cigars, tobacco, certain things like that always imply having photo identification. Buying guns definitely as well. And bullets too. And let's not forget about trying to get into places like nightclubs or taverns or casinos or other places. Now, Jordan said, photo identification is optional, but it's not required, but it's optional. But for those who choose to get it, it does make a little more things easier. But Jordan says, the one difference between photo identification and driving identification expires and they charge you to renew it every time. Now, photo identification, if you get it renewed on the date that it expires, then you don't have to pay a fee, but if you wait long, then you have to. Now, regardless of that, this video is not talking about that, because I did make a video talking about dealing with the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation. But, Jordan says, I am making one talking about someone who looks at your photo identification, then looks at your driving identification, and then looks at your passport if you have a passport, and then they're not sure if it matches you or not. Your photo identification. Oh, here you go. Driving identification. Wait a minute. How does this not match? I mean, it can't bloody be you in both of them. I mean, it is gotta be me in both of them, Jordan says. That's me in both of them. And that's the same age and the same height and the same weight and the same living location and the same, information like my eye color, hair color, and what race or ethnic group or division I am. You just look odd looking, It just looks odd looking. Like, why would the photo identification and driving identification look odd? But I guess it checks out. You're okay. You can go in. Thanks. Now, some people, that would be a scary thing for some people, to have their photo identification or their driving identification either be odd or not match up. That would be probably one that, now if you were trying to get into a nightclub or trying to get into a tavern or a casino or someplace like that, it might not be such a big deal. But let's say it was your driving identification that was audited off and you were pulled over either by federal, state, county, or local police, and you might have then that might be an issue and they might not be so understanding. But the question is, it's not like you changed it. It's not like you took somebody else's picture and put it on there and falsified it, because you didn't. It just comes off odd looking at them. So this is your photo identification. This is your driving identification. Yes, it is. Unfortunately, it is, Jordan says. Then why is your photo identification, why do you have a smile on one and a frown on the other? Because Jordan said, I only had to pay one time to get my photo identification done, but I had to pay every freaking time to get my driving identification done, so that's why there's a frown on that one. Is that going to be an issue? No, absolutely not. I don't think it would be an issue. Here you go back. Now, that's it, Jordan says. Tell me you better had an issue with your photo identification. Or worse, before I end this video, would say that you made some face. Then you'd have to smile for one and have to frown for the other just for people to match them up. Well, that's it. I'm Jordan. I'll see you later.